What's going on, people, and welcome to a brand new episode of Too Many Games and Not Enough Time, where I get to speak to incredible gamers across the globe. We finally did it. We finally hit 2K, and we've got an incredible guest I've got on today's show. Yes, I've got a team of content creators and event organizers who strive to change the gaming industry. I'm talking YouTubers, streamers, I'm talking Overcooked dons, and one of the greatest podcasts in the UK when it comes to gaming. I'm saying that from my heart. Streamcast, welcome to Too Many Games and Not Enough Time. Andy, Akira, how are you today?
Definitely better after that intro.
Wow. Yeah, no, I feel really gassed right now. Thank you so much for having us.
Look,
How you doing?
I'm so happy to have you on. So I want to tell a little story, yeah? So a lot of people know, like, I'm a presenter. The reason why I came into gaming is, as a gamer, I didn't really see any black people on the platforms that I watched. So I started a game called Games, Gadgets and Rhymes on GRM Daily, blew up, we did millions of views, and it did really, really good. And that was me creating a space for black gamers to be able to see themselves, and the first kind of introduction of me as a presenter in the gaming space at the same time. And I've been in the gaming space for like 6 years, but what I never forget is Streamcast was actually the first people to contact me to come on their podcast. I've done so many podcasts, I've done so much stuff, but you lot were the first external people. And I remember you was like, oh, would you love to come on? And one of the things that I always do before I agree with anything, I was like, oh, can you send me a link and I'll go and listen. And I ended up listening to, I swear, at least 4 episodes within a couple days, and I just came back to you lot straight away. Yes, I'd love to be on. And you lot are extremely talented, and I know in the space that we're in, people get gassed on numbers, people get gassed on hype and stuff like that. But in the last, say, 4 years that I've known you lot, you've kept consistent, you've kept on creating such a great platform. So I've gassed it up enough for the people there. But Andy, for anyone who's not super sure, this is the first time they're coming to you, give them the elevator pitch of Streamcast.
Boy, okay. Well, if you like games, you'll like Streamcast, because we are a pro-black platform for black gamers. We deliver content in several forms, like Midas said: podcasts, live streams, blog posts, videos. We cover events such as EGX, Comic-Con. We do it all. We talk about games on our podcast. We play games on our stream. We stream all the time, us two specifically. So we're all about good vibes, bad gameplay, and just a good family vibe.
And we can now.
Oh yeah, and one thing, and Akira, I'm not going to put this on you. I'm not putting this on you, but and some awful gaming opinions. Let me tell you, the Streamcast family have some trash, absolute. Akira, I'm not putting this on you. Absolutely trash opinions on some games. The podcast is sick, but some of the opinions, fam, like they're not rocking. So Kira, I only obviously recently met you a couple years ago. So from what I know, you're the newest member. So tell me how you got involved with Streamcast.
We actually met at an event. I'm not going to say whose it was, because I always say the wrong person. So we met at a black gaming event. I sat next to Isaac and I was like, I need to make more black friends who are into gaming, because my friendship group was very, very small. So I just started chatting to them, started chatting to Andy, and I think we exchanged. Oh, yes. He said, oh, my friend wants to build a computer, so let me have your Twitter.
Bars!
The friend has not made the computer yet. 2-3 years
I wasn't lying though.
He wasn't lying. I did get a message, but that was the end of that conversation.
Oh, you did what you needed to do.
Man, wingman the hell out of you. We kept meeting up for events, and then one time Andy was late, so the rest of the team was like, do you want to join? And I was in, and he didn't have a say out of it. It was 2 versus 1, so sorry.
That's amazing. And like you said, so you lot have become the streaming duo of Streamcast. Of the last couple years, what have been your favorite games to stream?
we start with? Was it The Last of Us 2?
Our first proper stream was God of War.
Was
Because
it?
Isaac and I competed against each other to speed run the game. And it was literally just before the pandemic. So I did mine, and I was waiting for Isaac to do his. And then obviously lockdown happened. And it took him like 18 months. He didn't want to do it. But then he finally did it. He got pressured to do it. He actually won. So I don't know why he was dodging so long. But then in the meantime, we did Bioshock, I think was the next one.
Okay.
That was the first one we streamed together. To answer the question, favorite streams, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really loving Sekiro right now. I think Overcooked has been a really good stream for us.
Okay, Overcooked is just top tier. It doesn't have any competitors, yeah. The fact that we haven't actually had fisticuffs at dawn over this game it makes sure, like, it just shows that we're a good team.
Good team.
Overcooked is such an incredible game. Like, I think people don't even realize. Like, so someone that used to represent me, Selena, who works for EA now, she put together a Stand Up for Cancer charity stream, and it was me, El O'Shullere, Two Angry Gamers, and Charlie from Xbox. Really cool bunch of people, and they put together, and then they was like, what games do you want to play? And they had a list, and Overcooked was there, and I was in there bossing everyone. You get me? I'm fully head chef. I'm telling people, go on, chop. I'm telling people what to do that as a foursome. As soon as they started doing teams, everyone was like, yeah, I'm on Midas's team. I'm on Midas's team, because they know, like, I don't play around in my kitchen. Listen, my girlfriend is addicted to Overcooked in such another level. She could literally play that game and nothing else. We have 4-starred every single level on Overcooked 1, and we've 4-starred every single level but 2 in Overcooked 2. Like, we bang Overcooked.
We need to get some practice in. We ain't doing that well.
It's fine. I just need a couple weeks. Well, we need to get you on.
Yeah, no, we definitely need to get on. What is it that you love about the game?
I think it's a multitude of things. Obviously, there's no outright violence in the game, which is good. You know, it opens up to all sorts of markets. The colors are just beautiful, simple palette choices there. And the fact that it's one of those games that has a really disguised hard difficulty factor into it. You think it's easier, you're chopping up fish, and all of a sudden you gotta chop up fish, and you gotta bake a cake, and you gotta make a pizza at the same time, and you have to organize yourself because these orders continually come in. So I think for me, all of those things make Overcooked just so enjoyable to play and stream.
I like
What about you? Oh yeah. It's beef. Like, Overcooked will end a relationship.
That's why you have to make sure your teamwork is good, because you're not fighting each other, you're fighting the game. So
Exactly, you're exactly that. All right, so the last couple years have been a mazza, and obviously the pandemic slowing down kind of gave everyone a little bit more time to actually either create content or be more involved with the games that are standing out and stuff. What are one or some of the games? Actually, I'm only going to give you 2 each. So we're going to start with you, Andy. What's 2 games from the last 2 years that really stand out to you, that you've really been able to kind of sink your teeth into? And they don't have to necessarily even release in the last 2 years. It's the last 2 years games that you really got to be able to enjoy.
I would say Sekiro and Ghost of Tsushima. Really love those games.
So those are 2 incredible titles. Now, Sekiro, fam, I cannot parry for nothing. First of all, I'm dead at all Souls games. Like, I am not the Souls guy. I'm not gonna act like I'm the Souls guy, but also as well, I don't like the Dark Souls and Demon Souls. I don't kind of like that aesthetic. So when they saw that and I saw it was more like the Japanese ninja aesthetic, I was like, yeah, fam, that's me. Tell me why I haven't been able to pass the first level. Fam, I cannot parry for nothing. The way I got badded up. Do you know how I got badded up? Playing that game was like I was Bart Simpson and the game was Nelson. It was just like bullying me throughout the whole game. Are you really into those kind of Souls-esque games?
That's definitely the franchise I've been into since the pandemic. Before, never touched them, hated them. But since I, played all of the Dark Souls games, played Bloodborne, and now Sekiro, looking forward to Elden Ring. So yeah, I've really grown into those games now.
Yeah, you're a madman. I'm not even gonna lie, mad man. And Ghost of Tsushima is incredible. I feel like, and I've said it loads of times on the podcast, I feel like Ghost of Tsushima is the best ever Assassin's Creed game made. It's so Assassin's Creed-esque, like the way it feels, but just done in such an amazing way. And what Sucker Punch has done in that world, like even down to simple things like the grass and the wind and not looking at a map. Like, I really love The Witcher, but whenever I'm traveling, I'm just looking at the little map, not looking at all of the incredible things that's on screen, and just having that wind allowing me to really take it in. What's like the main part of Ghost of Tsushima that really kind of bit into you?
It just feels like you're watching an old-fashioned samurai film. And when you have to do the duel with a boss or an enemy, and you have to hold triangle, and you have to let it go at the right moment just to bad him up. That is it for me, man. Just being able to slice man up.
See, I can do that. I can't parry. I can do that. I'm cool at that. That's within my levels. Akira, what about yourself?
So my two games will be The Last of Us 2 and Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yes.
Ghostwire. I always get the names mixed up. I don't know why. I just do.
Sorry, don't worry. I'm trash at names as well. So tell me about your experience with The Last of Us Part 2.
So I was waiting years for The Last of Us Part 2. Like, the story in the first one just captivated me. I was like, I don't think there's a way for them to make me love this series even more. Turns out her name is Abby Anderson, and I love her to bits. I will not take criticism. I think that her story is great. I think Ellie's story is great. I think the overall, just Neil Druckmann just knew what he was doing. That man knows how to tell a story. He really does. It was like a movie.
Yeah, so it's so mad. So The Last of Us is up there in one of my favorite games ever made. It's like, it made me realize, it gave me an emotion in gaming that I didn't know existed. Like, I played The Last of Us and it just made me feel emotions that I've never felt within a game, and it was incredible. And the story with Joe and Ellie, and that story and how it finished, I was more than happy for that to be ended. But I rate Naughty Dog. Like, I love the Uncharted series. I think like their cinematic work has changed gaming. Like, the new God of War game wouldn't exist if The Last of Us didn't exist. Like, they really changed that adult structured game. So I didn't think I'd needed The Last of Us Part 2. And then when I played The Last of Us Part 2, no spoilers, a big event happens that got me vexed, rage, smash up my yard kind of rage. And then the game made a big switch and made me play as somebody else. And I was like, and Akira, I'm saying this with Vim, I want to play as this idiot. Who's this raw? I want to play like proper, like getting angry. Like, I don't want to play as this person, but I've got to see the story through. And what they did was, I was playing and Ali started busting jokes, and I laughed, and I was like, don't make me laugh, fam. Like, I was getting mad at myself. Don't make me laugh. And The Last of Us Part 2 made me feel empathy in a game. And I've got like, Final Fantasy gives me so much emotions, and the Legends of Zelda give it, but I've never felt like empathy and sad. Like, the end of The Last of Us Part 2, and Kara, tell me if you had the same experience. I didn't want to play. I literally was like, I wasn't pressing buttons. Like, because I was like, I didn't want it to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's mad. I haven't played Ghostwire Tokyo. I really love their game that they put out before this, which is The Evil Within. Really love The Evil Within. Like, that's one of my like kind of favorite horror games. But I know Ghostwire Tokyo is first person. It's all of that kind of Yeah, I mean Naruto and
Them ones there,
Santi.
yeah.
Tell me about it, because I've seen other people play it, but I've never really experienced the game.
To be honest, I still haven't finished it. I'm kind of halfway through, but I think what I like about it is just the idea that you could be like the chosen one who gets like special powers, and then you just have to fight an entirety of monsters. And I genuinely believe that I could just punch a monster in the face. Like, I'd be sorted. But yeah, that's what I like about it. Just going around Japan. Obviously, we really want to go to Japan. My name's Akira, after all. Like, I couldn't be a bigger fan. So yeah.
Love that. Akira, one of the greatest manga animes ever created. All right, cool. I'm putting you both on the spot now, yeah? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Look at each other, get your Jedi mind games going on right now. You are both together. You're gonna pitch me a video game for something that's not been created so far. So it could be something that's brand new. It could be like an anime or a Marvel character and something like that. And between you have one of you have to decide who the character is going to be, or agree who the character is going to be, and then you're going to agree what world it's going to be set in. So if it's going to be like an open world, if it's going to be a kind of platformer style. So I'm giving you a couple seconds, all right? All right, so they are whispering in each other's ears, if you are an audio listener, for them to decide who the character is going to be in this game that they're pitching to me and what type of game it's going to be. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, who is taking the lead on this?
So we've decided that our character is going to be none other than Wesley Snipes' Blade. So we want him to voice it. Yes.
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 Yeah, I'm hyped already. I'm. Tell me about this game, Andy. What is this game? Tell me about it. Let's go.
Well, if you've seen Blade, it's basically gonna follow the plots of the 3 films. If you haven't seen Blade,
is it a trilogy game, or is the plots from all 3 films in one game?
All 3 plots in one game.
Okay.
We're gonna give the gamers some action-packed, content here.
Say easy.
So yeah, it's gonna follow through the game like that. It's gonna be open world, 3D, first person, third person, whatever you want.
No, what do you mean whatever you want?
No.
It's your game. It's your Akira. Andy, I'm putting you in the you're no, but you have to tell us. It's your game. Akira, what is it? Third person or first person?
I want it to be first person.
First person. All right, cool.
Wesley Snipes is your voice. You look in the mirror, you see Wesley Snipes.
Andy, let's go. It's first person.
It's first person. Okay. All right, you go around, you do your missions, you kill vampires, you save the day. You don't go out in the day. Obviously, you know what vampires do. You just follow the plot of Blade. The whole. What
are you talking about? Blade can go out in the day, fam.
You can go out in the day, babe.
You can go out in the day. That's the whole point. He's like half human and half vampire. Have you actually seen Blade?
Yes, I have.
Are you sure?
I don't think you've seen the third one, so.
No, he can go out in the first one. There's no excuses. He's half human.
Can the other vampires?
Only one other vampire can go out, and that's.
Yeah, but that's in 3. I get you for that, but yeah, he can finish.
The idea, you would have to mix up the storylines a little bit, because we can't just have Dracula coming in right at the end. We would have to introduce him early in the game to keep you in and mix up the stories a little bit.
Yeah, I like that. And representation. And if we're having first person, how's the combat going to be?
So I haven't thought about the combat, but in my head, I can just see like when you're sneaking up on someone, like Blade's on the roof and then he jumps down, and how you land on people is just.
Yeah, that sounds more third person.
I want you to see it through his eyes, though.
It's your game, I'm not beefing you.
I'm
not beefing you. It is your game. And just like that, we have run out of time. I could have spoke to you a lot about gaming all day, but as you know, Too Many Games is only a short form podcast. Now, as I said at the beginning, they have one of the most incredible podcasts from the UK that I've listened to. It's highly entertaining. There is such an incredible collective. We've only got 2 here, but there's such an amazing team. If you're going to send people to check out Streamcast's content, where should they go?
Make sure to follow us on Streamcast _ on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, youtube.com/Streamcast, and twitch.tv/Streamcast TV.
And you will not be disappointed. And thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. I've been Mr. Midas, you've been the MVP, they've been Streamcast, and we out of here. Peace.
Bye.